Hi everyone, I'm here with a local moving company. Could I help you with anything? Are you looking for movers or perhaps some friendly faces to help unload a truck? We can handle anything from start to finish. Call us at 555 MOVE or visit our website. Thanks for watching. Hey there, welcome back. Today we're back in the great state of Indiana. We've got an adorable town, a great story, and a very special lady. Let's get started. The town of Fairgrove, nestled in the rolling hills of Indiana, was known for its tight-knit community and charming brick buildings lining its street. At the heart of town on Main Street stood the historic Oak Haven Inn, a well-loved landmark that had witnessed generations of memories. The inn was constructed from red brick with white window frames and a large porch adorned with rocking chairs. Its roof was a warm brown, giving the building a cozy, lived-in feel. Ivy crept up the sides of the inn, framing windows and adding a touch of wild elf. The inn was more than just bricks and mortar. It was a silent observer of births, deaths, marriages, and reunions. Each room held whispers of families laughing around tables, couples stealing kisses, and weary travelers finding solace. At Oak Haven, Evelyn Cooper had been employed as a housekeeper for over 2 decades. She was a cornerstone of the inn, always punctual, always ready with a kind word and an infectious laugh. Despite being in her late 60s, she had a vigor that put many younger employees to shame. She knew every nook and cranny of the inn, every squeaky floorboard, every draft in the winter, and every guest preference. For her, Oak Haven was more than a workplace. It was a second home. Now, like all homes, this one had its secrets. Hidden in room 9 was a piano, tucked away in a forgotten corner. It was an upright piano with a rich mahogany finish, its surface dusted with age and neglect. The keys were yellowed, and the pedals hung slightly askew, hinting at countless melodies once played here. However, over the years, the room had been sealed off, the piano shrouded in a moth-eaten sheet, its existence known only to a few. One crisp, January morning, as Evelyn prepared for her rounds, she was assigned room 9. She opened the door and was met with the musty scent of disuse. The room was dim with cobwebs clinging to the corners. As she ventured further, she spotted the piano, its presence both surprising and stirring a long-forgotten memory within her. Evelyn Cooper had always loved music. As a young girl growing up on her family's farm, she spent hours at the piano in their farmhouse, filling the rooms with lively tunes and heartfelt melodies. Her fingers danced across the keys, bringing to life the dreams and aspirations of a young girl with a heart full of music. But life, as it often does, took an unexpected turn. When Evelyn's father passed away, she found herself shouldering responsibilities that no child should bear. She put her dreams on hold, shelved her music books, and dedicated herself to caring for her ailing mother and younger siblings. The piano in the farmhouse grew silent, its keys gathering dust as Evelyn poured her heart and soul into her new duties. Years turned into decades, and the melody of her life shifted from joyful tunes to the hum of everyday living, the piano becoming a distant memory. Now, standing in room 9, the scent of aging wood and faded wallpaper stirred something deep within her. As Evelyn brushed away the layer of dust covering the piano, a sense of wonder filled her. It was as if the piano itself was awakening from a slumber, its wood sighing with age and anticipation. She hesitated, her hand hovering over the cool surface of the keys. The sight of the yellowed ivory brought back a rush of memories, the echo of her laughter bouncing off the walls of her childhood home. With a deep breath, Evelyn's fingers curled around the cool surface of the keys, and she began to play. The notes were hesitant at first, rusty from disuse, but they soon filled the room with a melody that spoke of a time long past. News of Evelyn's music spread like wildfire through the inn. First, it was hushed whispers in the hallways, then open conversations over breakfast. Before long, it was impossible to talk about Oak Haven without mentioning the music drifting from room 9. Guests began requesting rooms near room 9, eager to catch a glimpse of the mysterious Some stood in the hallway listening intently, while others sat in the common areas, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of lamps as they soaked in the melodies. On a particularly chilly evening, as Evelyn played a haunting melody, a woman in the corner quietly wiped a tear from her eye. When the music ended, she approached Evelyn, her eyes shimmering with emotion. "Thank you," she whispered. "That song reminds me of my grandmother. She used to play it for me when I was a child." Evelyn, touched by the woman's words, offered her a warm smile and a gentle nod. That night, as the last guest departed, leaving echoes of applause in their wake, Evelyn sat alone in room 9. The silence of the empty room was a stark contrast to the vibrant energy of the evening. Yet, it was in this solitude that she felt a profound sense of connection, not just to the guests she had entertained, but to the music that had become the soundtrack of their lives. In the following weeks, Room 9 became a hub of activity at Oak. Every evening, before dinner, guests and staff alike gathered in the room, drawn by the promise of music and the comfort it provided. Soon the staff proposed a formal event, encouraging Evelyn to play for an official audience. Initially, she was hesitant, overwhelmed by the idea of performing, but the staff, sensing the spark that had reignited within Evelyn, persisted. They organized a small concert, complete with flyers, inviting guests and townspeople. As the appointed evening drew near, Evelyn found herself both excited and nervous. The thought of sharing her music with a larger audience brought back memories of her youth, those carefree days when the only expectation was the next note, the next chord. Now, surrounded by the support of friends and the curiosity of strangers, she prepared herself to let the music carry her once again. On the night of the event, Room 9 was filled to capacity. Some sat in chairs, others stood by the door, and some even perched on the windowsills. Evelyn, dressed in her finest blue cardigan, her hair neatly pinned, sat at the piano. When she began to play, the room was silent, captivated by the notes that flowed from her fingertips. Evelyn played a variety of songs, each one a story, a memory, a feeling. She played old folk tunes that made the listeners tap their feet and somber hymns that brought tears to their eyes. During a lull in the music, someone from the crowd called out, "Play that song, the one that makes my heart sing," and Evelyn obliged, recognizing the request as a cherished childhood favorite. As the final notes faded away, the room erupted into applause. People crowded around Evelyn, thanking her, congratulating her, and asking for but she smiled and shook her head, enjoying the admiration, but knowing that her brief return to the spotlight had touched a chord within her that she didn't want to cut short. After the applause subsided and the guests slowly dispersed, Evelyn sat alone in room 9, the silence now comforting, the music echoing in the empty space. She realized that the piano in the forgotten room had become more than just an instrument. It had become a conduit to connection, a storyteller, a healer, and a reminder of the enduring power of music. The events in Room 9 transformed Oak Haven. The inn was no longer just a place to rest weary travelers. It was a place where memories were made, hearts were mended, and dreams were dusted off and played anew. Evelyn, once content in her quiet routine, found herself embracing the unexpected spotlight, sharing her gift with anyone who would listen. The piano in Room 9, once silent and shrouded in dust, became the heart of Oak Haven, beating a melody that resonated with the souls who crossed its threshold. Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed this story, please share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming tales. Until next time, take care and remember to keep the music playing in your life.